In this mindfulness meditation session, I would like you to work on a persistent negative judgment about yourself. We will use this time to be curious about this judgment and to practice how to recognize thoughts related to it. So let's start in a place of stillness in your mind. Take a few deep breaths, inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 4 counts. Breathe for another minute, quieting your mind and your body. Your thoughts may jump around at first. Watch them do that, and just notice when they settle down just a bit. When you notice that your thoughts have settled, identify the worst judgment you hold against yourself. It could sound like, "I wish I was not like this," or "I am way too this," or "I am the worst because of this." Maybe you have a flood of thoughts related to this judgment. I would like you to slow your body down by breathing and say to your thoughts, "Slow down and let me hear you one at a time." Breathe again to help manage each thought. Slow any rush of thoughts by taking them one by one. Observe and listen to the sound of your thoughts. Can you find one that sounds like a frequent judgment? Do you hear one that keeps coming back and seems to sum up who you are to yourself? How do you think about yourself? Notice any memories that come up for you about this judgment. Can you locate where you picked it up? Was it a feeling of shame or sadness or anger? Maybe it was none of those. Is there someone who said this to you? Someone who laid this foundation of how you think about yourself? Our thoughts are portions of what we've learned and what we have observed from our experiences. So as you listen for the origin of this judgment and identify it. I'll be quiet for a few minutes while you work on this. Let's switch gears. Now that you've picked out a judgment, I would like you to work on transformation. I would like you to listen for a minute for God's voice. Maybe there is a soft voice that is correcting and gentle and able to help you see your strengths. Take a minute to listen for this voice. Even in this judgment and the thoughts associated with it. Keep bringing your mind back to listen to God's soft voice. How does He edit this judgment? And what does His loving voice say to you? As you settle into this space, notice in your body any resistance to the correction of your judgments about yourself. Where does this resistance reside in your body? For example, is it a knotted stomach or a clenched jaw? Maybe there's no resistance to correction. Finally, observe what comes to your mind in this space right now. Even if it's unpleasant or you're struggling to focus. What is your mind avoiding? If it's helpful, I would like you to envision yourself and your judgments as a hollowed out core. Envision a bamboo stalk, standing straight but hollow inside. Contemplate these pictures and notice how any distorted judgments of yourself eat away at your core. On the outside, folks don't notice, but you do. What does God want to fill that core with? What thoughts come to mind? What feelings flood in like cement to strengthen that core? We're not trying to find what isn't there, but we want to identify, notice, and observe. I'll be quiet for a few more minutes as you continue this work. Keep breathing, noticing, and observing your judgments, and using that picture in your imagination to help. Finally, I would like you to find a new thought. Maybe it clearly comes from God, or maybe you need to work on self-correction. Formulate this new thought in your mind. See it as a sentence. What is that core judgment? What is the correction? What does it sound like? Say that corrective belief and thought that God has given to you. Say it over and over in your mind. Picture the thought or the feeling of peace, relief, and acceptance filling those hollow spots in your core. As Joel chapter 2, verse 25 says, "Remember that God will restore what the locusts have eaten." Again, work in the silence to fill yourself up with that most true thought about yourself, that correct belief from God. I'll be quiet for a few more minutes as you do this. To end this time, breathe in deeply, acknowledging the work you have done. Breathe out, committing to this new belief, this new thought. You can inhale, "I did a hard thing. I did a good job." And exhale, "I commit to this new thought. Help me, God, in this commitment." Stay in this space as long as you like, and when you're ready, open your eyes.